All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. I've got 7:59 Eastern Time, close enough. Welcome in to our Madden 27 overview here tonight on Jammin' Sports. Let me give you three disclaimers before we go into tonight's presentation. New England fan has joined us. Welcome in, New England fan. Thank you for being here. Also want to say hi to Jax, Ghost, and of course Evil Dead, all here tonight amongst everybody else on this Thursday. Three disclaimers. First of all, I'm seeing it for the first time like you guys are. All right? It's been sitting on my PS5 for about a week. It got downloaded a week ago, but there was a countdown timer, and it wasn't accessible until 1 o'clock this afternoon, and I've been at work. So this is my first time I'm even looking at it. All right? Second disclaimer. I know I'm not the first. All right? I don't try to be the first. I just do my thing, okay? I'm not trying to outdo anybody. I just want to do my own thing here, and that's what we do here at Jammin' Sports. All right? And thirdly, the last point I want to make is I'm going to be approaching this through the perspective of how I play Madden, Sim Seasons. So if you're looking for a player's perspective, that's not going to happen here. It's going to be from a Sim Season perspective and what I'm looking for and everything. No, nobody ragged on me. I'm just putting that out ahead of time in case somebody does say something, or I don't want people to feel like they're here under false pretenses. So anyway, here we go. I haven't even looked at it yet, so here we go. Let's press any button.
Welcome to Madden NFL.
Okay, first thing we have to do is we've got to take this off right here. Menu narration.
Hit continue when you're all set.
It's going down. I don't need that. All right. I don't think anything here else I gotta. Well, hold on. I'm still hearing the music. We're gonna take our time tonight. This is not gonna be as formal as we normally are. There's the broadcast music. See ya. Out of there. Well, actually, let's put that back. I do need the broadcast music. Menu music. That's what I don't want. There we go. There we go. Now I can think. Now I can see straight. All right. Now that we've taken care of that, again, this is going to be very informal tonight. Continue. Yeah. Except, okay. Why not? All right. It doesn't hurt to do that. All right. As we get through all that, the first thing I'm going to do after I get through this, continue. Yeah.
Change this anytime in the settings menu.
Okay. Sure, why not? All right. Yeah. Miami Dolphins song. Let's see. All right. We have to get through all this part. Oh, skill level, pro. Let ratings and chance decide. Whatever. Simulation, yes. This is different this time. Passing style. We'll just go with what they recommend. I'm going to go with what they recommend because I have no idea. All right. Can we get out of this? All right. Where else do we have to go? I know this is kind of mundane. Okay, okay. All right, edit all settings. Here we go. Yes. Okay, we just got through that. Didn't we do this a second ago? All right. Yep. All right. How do we get out of this? Continue. Yay! All right. I hate it when it gets hung up sometimes. Press any button to continue. Okay. Already did. Yeah. Confirm. All right. Thank you much. All right. No, I don't want to play Ultimate Team. I want to get into... No. Where's my settings? Stability. Settings. Here we go. All right. Now, this is the meat and potatoes of it. Sorry it took so long to get here. All right. Let's see. Even teams. No, I don't want that. I guess we should. It's not going to let me take that. All right. Skill level pro is fine. All right. 8 minutes. Play clock is on. I set this to 25. If you're wondering what my settings are, I'm going to put these at the settings of Madden 25 that I use with my current sim season. A lot of this stuff, it doesn't matter for what I do. Again, I'm approaching this from a sim season standpoint. All right, this is what I want. Well, penalties, I don't mess with the penalties at all. This is what I want. CPU skill. All right, the first one is blocked by the JS, but the first one there is quarterback accuracy. And on my Madden 25, it's all the way down to 27. If you don't, you're going to have final scores that are in the 70s. Let's see. Pass blocking, I put it at 53. Wide receiver catching is at 42. Makes it more realistic when they actually drop passes sometimes. Run blocking, I have it at 69. I have it all written here in front of me from my Madden 25. So run blocking is 69. Ball security is down to 40. So you have realistic turnovers. Interceptions is... What do I have interceptions at? 45. Tackling, I have at 75. Again, these are my settings from Madden 25. Field goal power, 48. We'll see how they work on 27 a little bit later. Field goal accuracy, believe it or not, I have it at 29, and they still make it most of the time. It just makes it more realistic. Punt power is at 52. Punt accuracy is at 50. And kickoff power at 60. And I think I can save this now. Yes. Hit this. New file. We just call this... We'll call this set. We'll just call it set 39. All right. That's done. All right. I want to get out of this. I don't think anything else I really need to look at. Let me just check this out real quick. Let's see. Volume, custom, ambience, broadcast music, crowd. Yeah, commentary I need to turn off. I'm glad I came here. All right. Because I do my own commentary. Miss Evil Day says, I'll hunt them down. I just saw that just now. PA announcer, yeah, I like to be able to hear him. Yep. Okay. So that's good there. All right. I don't want to view AA music. All right, let's get out of this. What I want to look at next, again, we're looking at this from the standpoint of my sim season. So we're going to go to Play Now. Custom game. Now, we are going to do an exhibition game later, but what I want to do right now, I want to take a look at a few things. I want to take a look at the uniforms. Now, one of my biggest issues last season with Madden 26 is mixing and matching the uniforms. Some combinations you weren't able to do because they were locked in, and I think it had to do with the stadiums. Like, if you took Tampa Bay and put them in the creamsicle uniforms, you couldn't mix and match those uniforms because you had to put them in the creamsicles to access the stadium that had the bunting and everything that reflected the $76 or whatever. But that being said, let's go to the Bears. This may take a little bit, but that's okay. Let's take a look at what we have uniform-wise this season. I'm not going to mix and match here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to toggle through the variations of the uniforms here. Here's their home and the way. Oh, I like the orange jerseys. I don't like the helmets, though. While I'm here, let me see something. Can I put the helmet back? Yes, I can. Okay, that's good to know. Let me find Let me find, okay, can I mix and match this? Yes, I can. But that's not the litmus test yet. As we're toggling through, I kind of wish the Bears would go back to that white helmet, the white C helmet. That was actually pretty slick looking. Color rush, yeah. Okay, we're toggling through. They do give you a lot of options. I like that. Let me see here. Let me see something. Okay, here we go. You see where you get to an 85 Classic, even though this is a great uniform. If it's specific to a year, they're not letting you change anything. You got to stick to that total package there, but we'll see what happens later on. All right, we'll get through the Bears here. All right. Let's go to next one, Bengals. Current home, away, color rush, alternate. All right. Now, TMG wants me to use the orange jerseys. Let me see if I can. Yep, okay. It's not locked in, so that's cool. Those orange pants aren't bad. I think I have them on 25 too. Bengals, pretty much what we expected, the all orange. You know, they give you all these options, but you can still mix and match. I'm looking for a uniform that's locked in, that you can't change anything. So far, 85 Bears is the only one. You can even toggle this. It's not locked in. Wow! They finally put the white 70s uniform in there. Cool. All right. Let's get out of that one. Bills. Now, the Bills have that new Gotham uniform that they brag about. I'm sure that's in here. Current home, current away. Let me just see something real quick. Can I put them in those red helmets I like so much? Oh, hey, look. Hey, I can do this. That's that alternate helmet. That's actually pretty cool looking. I like the helmet. I like that helmet. I don't like the rest of the uniform that comes with it, though. But that is cool. All right, let's go through here. I'm sure I can put a red helmet on somebody. Yeah, there it is right there. That's that Gotham uniform that everybody's bragging about. The helmet is cool. I do like the helmet. The rest of the uniform, no. Let's see. That's what okay, good. The red helmet is in there. Yeah, that gray, I like the helmet, though. I just don't like the rest of the uniform. Just standard fare here for the Bills. Okay. All right. As we go, it left me with the blue helmet. All right, let's get out of this and go down to the Broncos. Broncos should be pretty much standard fare, I think. There shouldn't be anything new here. This should all be the same. Now that's cool. I like that. Now I wonder if they put the white jersey that goes with this in there. As we're looking at the Broncos uniforms, that white helmet's not bad. I like it. Again, we're just toggling. We're looking at the uniforms right now. We're going to be looking at some other things, and then we will have an exhibition. We'll probably have to go all the way down to the 60s here, or the 70s, before we get to the older uniforms. Those were butt ugly uniforms back in the day. All right, here we go. No, I guess not. Pretty much no surprises there with the Broncos. Let's go to the Browns. This should be pretty much standard fare as well. They'll probably have that white helmet in here again. Sometimes butt ugly uniforms are kind of the point, yes. Now the Browns' brown uniform and brown helmet, that brown helmet is kind of interesting. A lot of people wonder why they have orange helmets. Because they were not named after the color, they were named after their first coach, Paul Brown. They just happened to be brown and orange, I guess. I wasn't in that meeting back in the day. Yeah, we'll be getting to that when it's down the line. a lot of different uniform combinations. And I noticed so far the only one that was locked in so far was the 85 Bears. It's the only team with a locked-in uniform. Now, we'll probably get one here with the creamsicles. Let's take a look. But, see, there's the creamsicle. Oh, I can mix and match. No, it's not letting me. But if the white creamsicle's in here, there you go. Then I'm happy with that. Except, why do they have black cleats? I hate that. Oh well. Anyway, I always thought that was cool right there, the white. But it's locked in. And again, it's locked in because it's tied into the stadium. That's why. Current home auction. Okay. I'm glad they got rid of those uniforms. They're still in the game, but those are butt ugly. Digital numbers have nothing to do with a pirate. All right, so the creamsicles are locked in. Let's take a look at the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals' new uniforms are sweet when they wear the white pants. Let's see. I mean, that's a good-looking uniform. Let's see. What would really be cool if they went back, there's the rivalry uniform from last year, which I thought was actually pretty cool looking. Let's see. I want to see if they put the white uniforms from the 70s in here, because those were good looking uniforms. Let me see. As we're toggling through the Cardinals, there's 90s Classic Home. Wow, they put it in there. Wow. I like it. That is so cool. That wasn't in there before. The 90s Classic Away. All right. It's locked in, though, but that's okay. All right, let's go down to LA Chargers. Chargers have so many uniforms, I don't know where to start. Let's see. I prefer the blue helmet. That's just me, even though the white helmet is good too. I don't dislike the white helmet. I'm just old school. I like the uniforms I grew up with, the 70s and 80s Chargers. Yes, the dark blue Superchargers. Those were great days in San Diego. Their AFL uniforms are good. That's a good look right there. That's Dan Fouts right there. All right. Chargers, we're good. Chiefs, yeah, they should have never left. You're absolutely right. All right, Chiefs. You know the Chiefs are the only team that does not have an alternate uniform? They don't. And the Hunt family says they don't want one. Other than white on white and red on red, they don't have really an alternate uniform. And they said they don't want one because it messes with their identity. And I have to, I respect them for that. It's a cash grab. All right, the Colts. Let's check them out. All right. Again, the Colts are pretty straightforward, but they're good. I've always liked the Colts uniforms. They're simple. Sometimes less is more, as they say. They all blues. They have a blue helmet too in here. There it is. They had a lighter blue back in the day. I like the darker blue. 60s. Okay. Again, nothing too fancy with the Colts, but that's okay. All right, here we go. The Commanders. Now I said about a year or so ago, if they would just go back to the Redskins uniforms and use the W, I would be happy. Well, they finally did that. The Redskins/Commanders are using the old Redskin uniform with the Commander W, and that makes me a happy man. I can live with that. The numbers are easier to read, and that's a sharp uniform right there. I always thought it was. The alternate's okay. Yeah. Oh, they have yellow pants too. Awesome. That's a good option. All right, let's take it. See, I didn't like these. The numbers they didn't look right. It is a very good rebrand. I hated that. That's hard to read, the number. And that was their alternate. And now, wouldn't it be funny if there was a Redskin helmet in here? That would make me ecstatic if there was a Redskin helmet in there, but there's not. All right. Cowboys. They have a lot of different combinations here. Have you ever noticed the Cowboys wear a different shade of pants when they wear their white than their blue? Their white, the pants they wear with their white jerseys almost have a green tinge to them. I don't like it. I remember the set 94 season. Pretty straightforward with the Cowboys. All right, nothing major there. That's all right. Miami. All right, let's take a look. Now this has got a uniform locked in, I think. So far it's been the Bears and the Bucks with locked in uniforms. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Actually, I think I have a workaround. Let me see something. Now, locked in with a helmet there. You can't. See, that's what I don't like. That helmet's okay. I didn't like the rivalry uniforms. Why does black have to be in every uniform? Anyway, it's like the default. We need a uniform. Give us a black version. That was a good looking uniform back in the 2000s. I didn't mind that uniform at all. But you're locked in. You can't change it. And the away was good too. All right. That was actually not bad alternate. Let's see. Okay, this is the uniform I currently use with 25. It's got the older helmet. I can live with that. Let's see. Yep, that looks good. And the 70s throwbacks. All right. All right, that's Miami. Eagles. Again, with Philadelphia, it's pretty straightforward. The only uniform I really like to use with the Eagles, of course, is the 80s uniform. And that's in here. There it is. There it is right there. Whoop. There it is. Well, we went by it. It's all right. You'll go back to it. That was just a stupid uniform. Wait a minute. Let's go back. Okay, there's the green. Where's the white? Did they take the white one out? Why would they do that? Man, okay. Is it a deal breaker? No, but I don't like it. All right, here we go. Falcons, they have new unis. Okay, here's their new uniform right here that they're using this season, which I must say is a lot simpler and it's easier on the eyes. Sometimes less is more. It really is. And I like the Falcons' new uniforms. Here's their road uniform. I mean, it looks good. And that's a throwback that they'll be wearing. I'm not a big fan of that combination. That doesn't look bad. All right, that's what they used to wear, and I don't like those. Everybody wants to get Picasso with their uniforms, and like the gradient uniform here, don't like it. Never a big fan of that. Let's see. Let's look at some of the older uniforms. Super Bowl uniforms there. Let's see. Let's go back this way. Let's look at it this way. There we go. All right, 90s. Now that was a sharp uniform. Dirty Birds. But you can't change the shoes. I hate that. And the Dirty Birds. And that was a sharp uniform too and that's their away. And again from the 70s. All right. Nothing other than the new uniform. That really didn't change. Niners. We'll take a look at San Francisco here. standard uniforms. I'm going to see something real quick. Bear with me. Yes, I can change it to the 80s pants. I like the 80s pants. It's a little bit darker gold. All right, anyway. They're very normal, but they're, again, less is more. That's kind of a cool rivalry uniform. I like that. I like the font, the number font. It's kind of back in the day, 1849 type font. Yes. I wasn't a big fan of these uniforms from the late 90s. And as we go all the way back, that was their Super Bowl era uniforms. Oh, they got both home and away. That's cool. And the current home. All right, we're back to there. It's San Fran. Giants. Giants are going to have that uniform that that I really hate. Let me see here. Current away. Okay, well, that's good looking. I like that. And that's a good looking uniform too. That was back in their Super Bowl days with Sims. Whoops. No one wants to see it. Jack's making jokes. There it is. The New York Giants in their Montreal Canadian uniform. Why? Why would you want to wear that? I wouldn't. All right. That's the Giants. Jaguars, it's not a team we currently use, but we'll look at them anyway. Let's see here. Let's take a look. Okay, now this was the uniform the Jags wore when they first started, right here. And I thought it was a sharp uniform. I wish they would not have left that. I wonder if they have a white version of that. As we're still going through. I'm not sure I like the white helmet very much. Let's see. That's just, if I was a player, I'd refuse to play if I had to wear that. Some of these uniforms, they're just, like I said, it's like Picasso on crack or something. Let's see. Those weren't bad uniforms. Okay, that was see, but I can't change. Yeah, they never need gradients. You don't need that. All right, back to the current uniform. All right, that's the Jags. Let's go to the Jets. All right, of course we got the Jets on the other side also here. Again, it's a simple uniform, and I like it. They started wearing these uniforms in 1978 up until 1998 when they went back to their Super Bowl era uniforms. And then recently, a couple of years ago, they went back to it. That's their Super Bowl era uniform, which is still a sharp uniform. I'm not sure I like that. That rivalry uniform, I'm not a big fan. Okay, 2002. I didn't like these uniforms either. And why does black have to be in everything? Let's see. All right. Toggling through the Jets. That was butt ugly. And so's that. Okay, as we get done with the Jets here. Lions. All right, let's take a look at Detroit's uniforms. Turned away. I like the Lions' current uniforms if they wear the silver pants. I don't like it when they wear the white pants. For me, Detroit should be silver pants all the way. See something. Okay, you can mess with some of the shoes. I was checking something out. All right, here we go. The blue helmet's not bad. I mean, that's not a bad helmet. That's the old, it's kind of a Pontiac type thing. Motor City, all that. I like the regular helmets better, though. As we're talking through, that was 90s uniforms, 80s uniforms. All right, that's Detroit. Green Bay. Green Bay is going to have those uniforms from the past. in here, I'm sure. I don't like the white helmet. I'm more of a traditionalist. What the hell is that? I know they wore it last year, but that's just stupid. That's just stupid. That's all right. Again, why? 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 I don't like the all yellow. I think all yellow uniforms, to me, just don't look good. 88 Classic, I'm going back. Yeah. I mean, I understand what they wore in the 20s, they had to wear. I'm not going to hold that against them, but we're not in 1920 anymore. All right, Green Bay. Carolina. The good old, whoops, I went too fast. Here we go. Carolina. The black helmet's not bad. I don't dislike it. I just like the silver helmet better. Nothing really stands out here with the Panthers. This is pretty much standard fare for them. I mean, even though I'm not a big fan of all these alternate uniforms, I know some of them look pretty good. But I think you tend to mess with your identity too much if you just go too far. You never want somebody to turn on the TV and say, I can't figure out who's playing without looking at the scorebug. All right, New England. New England pretty much like we expected here. We're looking at the uniforms, Gracie. Gracie has walked in. That was their rivalry uniform from last season. I like the jersey. The jersey's not bad. I like that. Color Rush. Of course, you know us. We like to go old school when we use the Patriots. They were cool. Okay, all these, it's basically different combinations. There's the uniform we like to use. Yeah, let's see as we continue. Okay, that's all we have on those. All right, who's up next? Raiders. The Raiders. All right, let's look at the Raiders. Raiders are pretty simple. You know, I always like the silver numbers. I may start using those. It makes it harder to see, but they look cool. Yeah, pretty much. Raiders are pretty simple. Yeah, the autumn wind is a pirate. Good old John Facenda. Best voice ever, John Facenda. The Rams. All right, they updated the logo this year. You see the logo on the back. It's now just yellow. It used to be yellow and blue. And they made the numbers on their new uniforms easier to read. I don't like the helmet, though. And they're away. They're okay. But nothing beats, and I mean this, nothing beats the classic. We'll see it. Now, they wore these uniforms, these yellow uniforms, back in the 40s and 50s. And, of course, they wore the white uniforms here in the 60s and early 70s. Rivalry uniforms, everything's black. That's your de facto button there. Make it black. All right, let's go to the... There we go. Now we're talking. And, well, don't like that one. Let's make sure we have the white version of that uniform. As we're still looking at the Rams. Okay, classic home, classic away. There it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not liking that. But anyway. All right. Current home. All right, let's get out of the Rams and go to the Ravens. Now, the Ravens did an update on their uniform. It's still basically not a whole-scale update, but the pants are different. as you can see there, kind of a weird looking stripe. In the away, they put feathers on the away around the collar there. Color rush. I'm not a fan of that one. Current home option, away option. Do you know why the Ravens don't wear the logo they had when they first began? Remember, it was just a bee with wings on the side? Because they never secured the copyright for it before using it. And somebody else copyrighted it, and they had to walk away from it, if you're wondering. If you go back and look at the Ravens uniforms they wore back, I think it was 95 when they first moved to Baltimore, you'll see what I mean. Maybe it wasn't 95, it was 97 or 8, I forget. All right. Let's get out of the Ravens. Saints have some interesting uniforms. Their current, I don't like monochrome uniforms. I really don't. I don't like that white helmet. I like the jersey, though. That jersey's sharp. I like the gold numbers. That black helmet's okay. Just toggle. I don't like the all mustard uniforms. Yeah, they really are. Those weren't bad. From the 80s, those weren't bad. That was when Chuck Muncie was with them. Back in the day, if you know who Chuck Muncie was. Seattle. Okay, here's what I'm looking for with Seattle. They have the throwback blue, but do they have the throwback white? They've never included that. There's the throwback blue, but they don't have a white. The rivalry was pretty sharp. I like that. Current home option, way option, alternative. All right. Pretty much everything we've seen. That was their older uniforms. As we're going through the Seahawks, okay. Get out of that. Steelers, this should be pretty simple. I know everybody's waiting for the Titans. I am too. I don't like the Titans, but I do like their Oiler-esque uniforms. We're going to see them in a second. That's just stupid. All right. Let's see. Can you imagine? Okay, this is the stupidest uniform in NFL history right here. Can you imagine being a little kid in Pittsburgh? You've never been to a Steelers home game. You've dreamed about it your whole life. You finally get tickets. You go. You're super excited. And the Steelers walk out wearing this. How would that make you feel? I would throw up in my seat. Yeah, the Three Stooges uniform is what I call it. If you know that episode I'm talking about. They should go back to the block numbers. I like them better. They do. All right, the Texans. All right. Now, I like these new Texan uniforms. They debuted them a couple of years ago. I like the look. It looks good. I don't like those. I'm not a monochrome uniform fan. I don't like all one color. Unless it's white on white, then it's okay. As we go through some of their older uniforms, that red jersey wasn't bad. And we're almost through the Texans here. They haven't been around. Well, they've been around since 2002. Hard to believe they've been around 24 years, but they're still relatively new. Let's see. All right, here we go. Now, I'm not a big fan of the organization for reasons. However, I must say, I like these uniforms. I like these uniforms a lot. When I was younger, when they were still in Houston, I loved the Oiler uniforms when they were in Houston. I really did. And I'm glad they have finally embraced this. That's their blue. Let's look at the away. You see, that brings me back. When they were in Houston, yes. And this is reminiscent of that. It's not exactly the same, but it's very close. Very close. I wonder if I can... It's not changing the shoes on me. Close enough. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back. All right. I like it. Maybe they could have left the flame on the thumbtack on the helmet, but still. I don't like the all blue, though. White on white's not bad. Now, I think these uniforms they were wearing absolutely suck. What was that? Let's go back. Oh, that's with the Oiler helmet. All right, Color Rush. I hated that uniform. I hated those. It just made me hate the Titans more. Now that they have their new uniforms, I kind of like the Titans better now. I'll never fully embrace them. You know, when they first came to Nashville, these uniforms here, I liked them. Not that one particularly. I like monochrome. But, you know, there it is, the uniform they went to the Super Bowl in. I kind of like those. But I like their new ones better. A lot better. Custom home. I didn't do anything. Oh, well. All right, enough with the Titans. Vikings. I think this is the last one. All right. Vikings really haven't changed much in the last couple of years. Now that all white is sharp. I must admit, that is a sharp uniform. I didn't want to like it, but I like it. As we continue looking at Minnesota here. Vikings had some good uniforms back in the day. I thought those were beautiful uniforms. All right. Okay, I think we've gone through all the teams. Yes, we have. All right, something else I want to look at. Before we get there, I am going to do an exhibition game. Again, these are the things that I look at when setting up for a sim season and stuff. Let's go ahead and do Buffalo tonight. I want to look at their new stadium. All right. And who should we make Buffalo play? Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's go back in. We'll have the Bills play. And so I'll put Buffalo back on here. All right. But if I'm going to do Buffalo, I'm going to do Buffalo my way. Titans, we can do it. Whoops, I don't want that. Where's the helmet? Please give me the red helmet. I want the red helmet. I like the red helmet. There it is. Yay! All right. Socks. No. I like the two-tone socks. Not those. Not those. Not those. Boy, it's just being a bear. It doesn't want to... I don't think you have the option to do that anymore. Okay. Shoes. I like white. All right, that's Buffalo. And let's bring the Titans up. All right. I kind of like those. Let's see if I can just... Can I change the socks at all? If I can't, that's fine. I don't think... It's not going to let me. All right, shoes. I just want white. All right. So we've got the matchup set up. Before I get to the matchup, I want to take a look at all the stadiums that are now available. We will play this game, but I have to set it up so I can go and look at the stadiums. And there's something else that is on here now. Simulation, obviously. Quick presentation, Super Bowl if we want. It's going to be exhibition. All right, broadcast type. This was introduced last season with 26. That's a regular Sunday afternoon game where it says Madden. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, random. Calendar. Madden. All right. We're just going to do regular for now. Quarter length, 8 minutes. Okay. Commentary team, you can swap them out, but I've got it turned off. All right. Month, September, October, November, December, January, February, September. You have, and I think it's only in franchise mode where you're able to, you can make it Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't see it here. Local time. This is something else they changed. Like, for instance, on my current sim season with Madden 25, if I'm playing a game in Los Angeles on Monday night in September, instead of putting the time at 8:15, out west it would be 5:15. So I've got to make it somewhere close. But now this will let you put the local time where you want, which is kind of cool. Right? Weather will just make it clear. I know people want to see the snow. Dynamic rain, dynamic snow, partly cloudy, overcast, windy, light rain, light snow, heavy snow, random, clear. All right. Now, I want to look at the stadiums real quick. All right. Highmark we know about. Denver's, Cleveland, Tampa Bay. That's Arizona, closed and open. SoFi, Arrowhead, Lucas Oil, open and closed. Commander Stadium, AT&T, open and closed. Hard Rock, Lincoln Financial, Mercedes-Benz, open and closed. Levi's, MetLife for the Giants, Everbank, MetLife for the Jets, Ford Field, Lambeau Field, Bank of America, Gillette Stadium, Allegiant Stadium, SoFi for the Rams, M&T Bank, Caesars Superdome, Lumen Field, Acusure, NRG, Nissan, U.S. Bank, Lens. Okay, now, U.S. Bank Stadium, Nissan Stadium. Oh, that's Minnesota. There you go. All right, Lens, that's one of the European stadiums. Deutsche Bank, that's the Frankfurt and the Berlin Stadium that we just showed right there. Dublin, I haven't seen that one yet. That's the one in. Is that the one? They're doing a game in Spain. I think that's the one in Spain. We'll take a look at that one later. That's the one in Berlin. That's another new place. They're. I'm not sure exactly where. That's the one in Brazil. Tottenham Hotspur. That's England. Wembley, England. There it is. That's the new one. Madden Championship Series. All right, that's the one in Australia. The Rams and 49ers will be playing the opening game of the season in Melbourne, Australia. We'll look at that one later. All right, let's just go back to Highmark. And what we're going to do, we're going to run a game here. We're going to put it back at 1 o'clock Eastern. And we're going to let the game run. And I'm not going to do my normal play-by-play. Let's just have commentary as to see what we like and what we don't like, and we'll just go with that. So here we go. Now, there's not going to be any announcers because I turned that off, but here we go. Let's head out there and see what we got. Plus, I wanted to see the new stadium and their obstructed views. There's the Bills. I appreciate everybody letting me go through all the uniforms and everything. I know that was a little bit tedious, but I wanted to take a look. All right. Boy, those new Titan uniforms look sharp. Almost convinces me to bring them back. Those do look sharp. I like them. I will say that much. Reminds me of the Oilers. There's the kick. No idea. I don't have the rosters in front of me. We'll just watch the game. Of course, everybody knows Josh Allen, Bills quarterback. Graphics look a little bit better than last season. I mean, it doesn't really jump big time, but it looks sharper. if that means anything. That's just my first impression. The sunlight looks good. And they hand it off. It's Barton on the tackle for the Titans. Boy, those uniforms look sharp. I'm talking about Tennessee. I mean, I like those. I'll probably be saying that all afternoon or evening. What is it, 2nd and 8? There's a nice catch. Now, what I'm looking for here during this exhibition game are the sliders out of hand or whatever. I'm looking for realism. I brought my slider sections from 25 over to 27. My slider settings to see if we have like a realistic game or are we watching NFL Blitz. Oh, it's picked off. Titans pick it off. It does look like a real broadcast. The production, I have nothing against the production. They've gone out of their way to make the production elements on Madden just top notch. That's new. It's almost like watching the Oilers. I mean, I'm getting flashbacks. I miss the old Columbia blue. Cam Ward. Now, they made the blue stripes look like guitar strings because it's Nashville. And I don't have a complaint about that. I think it looks good. The stadium looks good. It's rendered. I like it. All right, let's see what the Titans do here following the interception. Ward. I know who he is. Pollard. Again, I don't have the rosters in front of me like I do with my sim seasons. It's our first look at Madden 27 here tonight from a sim season perspective. But I like what New England fans said. It does look like a real broadcast. I mean, not that 25 doesn't, but it looks sharp. The pace looks to be about the same. I'm glad it's not as fast as college football 27. And I like college football 27, but the pace is so fast. This is comparable to 25. Let's see what the Titans do on 3rd down. Ward in trouble, and he throws. Oh, wide open. Nice throw on the run. Down to the 12. I think this is the first time ever on Twitch I've streamed a Titan game because I haven't been using the Titans for so many years. Well, the Titans are moving down the field here. 1st and 10 from the 12. And Ward, stays on his feet. Ends up losing a couple of yards. I'm also kind of keeping track of the time. I'm looking at how long it takes to do a quarter. I'm looking at the realism of play with the sliders that I brought in. I'm looking at the animations. How does it look? Swing pass. And the defense adjusts. Boy, Titans going backwards. I like this Bills' new uniform, their new stadium. The new Highmark Stadium. It looks good. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. And it's caught down to the 1 yard line. First and goal. I'm so tempted to say Houston. First and goal, Tennessee. I see these uniforms and I want to say Houston so bad. There's also something else I'm looking for on the field. Some of these players have that helmet pad that makes them look like the Martians from Mars Attacks. Touchdown. It really makes their head look big when they wear those concussion pads on their helmet. So Pollard scores the touchdown for Tennessee. And it just makes their head look too big. So eventually, when I use Madden 27, when I'm doing the rosters, I'll be looking for players that have that pad and take it off. You can adjust that in the equipment. So the Titans do manage to get the touchdown off the interception. I'm looking at the kicking game now, too, with the sliders I brought in. The extra point's up, and good.
Makes the score Titans 7, Bills nothing.
I really don't see a big difference right now between 25, but now I will say this. The graphics are a little bit sharper, and the lighting, the natural lighting, looks a little bit better. These are all aesthetics things, I know that. That's a good looking stadium. For $2.2 billion, it better be a good looking stadium. All right, from the 3 on the return for Buffalo. Let's see what they can do. Again, I don't have the rosters, so it's not going to be a full commentary tonight. So far, so good. Now, I will say this. I will finish my current sim season with 25 for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to have to redo the rosters again in the same sim season. And 2, I'll be starting from scratch with 27. And that would take me an awful long time. What I would rather do in the background is get my rosters ready for sim season 39. And then during my times that I'm not streaming, I can be working on those rosters. So when we do get to sim season 39, I'm ready to go. Now, of course, the big thing that Evil Dead and I are both looking at is the 2-minute drill. It was virtually non-existent with 26. Now, that wasn't the death knell for 26 in my eyes, but that was part of the problem. Allen gets sacked. Boy, Tennessee dominating on defense to start this one. I'm looking for Earl Campbell out there. I see those uniforms. And the Titans will start from their own 28. I'm looking for Dan Pastoriti and Ken Burrow, and something Madden is doing this year. You see it right there. They introduced the head coach early in the game, but they also show some of the assistants. Yeah, that's okay. That's a nice nod. I have nothing against that. Kind of adds to the flavor of it. I like it. Madden 27 also has the dynamic weather. If you have college football 27, you've already seen the dynamic weather. It's in that too, which is kind of cool. When you put down rain or heavy rain, it doesn't stay steady throughout the game. In fact, it could stop and start up again. The same with the snow. it's more realistic, and I think that's cool. Let's see, 2nd and 10 for the Titans. And incomplete. So far, so good. It looks good. The gameplay looks good. It looks realistic. They're actually throwing incompletions. If you keep the sliders where they are when you get the game, the quarterback very rarely throws an incompletion. It's not realistic. The receiver very rarely drops it. I see that 0. I don't like the number 0 on a uniform. That's just me. Instead of putting 0 out there, they should have given people the 00 option, like Ken Burrow back in the day. A 00 would just look aesthetically better. That's just me, though. Just a single 0 looks kind of stupid. It's a nice run. Running game looks pretty good. I'm making all the comments here. Somebody else, make a comment. Tell me what you think. Please give me your comments tonight so I can bounce off you. And make the comments relevant to the game. I said that and I'm thinking to myself, Evil Dead's going to put Patriots suck or something up there. Yeah, and that's key, Jax. That's key. I present the game in a different, in a actually unique way on Twitch other than other people. I do sim seasons. I don't judge the game off of gameplay as a player. I judge it off my sim seasons. It's a totally different perspective. I want to be able to have a level of customizable ability and shape the sim season the way I want it to shape. I'm old school, you know that. That's why I love these Titans new uniforms, and that's why I like the red helmets on the Bills. I mean, let's face it, I know they lost at the end of the first quarter. I know the Bills lost 4 consecutive Super Bowls. But when you go back and you look at that Bills team in those 4 years, I mean, that was a team. That team was loaded. They just ended up running into a buzzsaw over in the NFC all 4 years. Giants, Redskins, and twice to the Cowboys. I mean, when you think about the Bills from the early 90s, Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, wide right. They'll be forever defined by wide right. And I think if he makes that field goal, we're thinking about the Bills of that era differently. Everyone says they're a bunch of losers. You know how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl? And they did it 4 seasons in a row. I mean, that was the team, man. I don't think we've ever seen a team that consistent. Oh, yeah, absolutely it would be. It's going to be a long field goal here. This will be a 47-yard field goal, and it's good. Well, he made that with room to spare. And the Titans are up 10-0. The score bug looks good. It's hard to mess up a score bug, but unless you really try. If I had one criticism for College Football 27, I would make the score bug a little bit wider or bigger. They have it kind of crammed in the middle of the screen. I mean, it's okay. It just makes it harder to look at things. All right, Buffalo will take over, down 10-0. This is our Madden 27 exhibition game here tonight. Our first look at Madden 27 here at Jammin' Sports. We looked at all the uniforms. We set the settings. We looked at the different stadiums that are available. And now we got an exhibition going on here so we can take a look at the gameplay based off the settings that I transferred over. And so far, it's looking good. It's playing comparable to what I'm used to. I like it.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I thought about doing Titans and Commanders because I wanted to see the Commander uniforms, but that's okay. I wanted to see the Buffalo new stadium. Yeah, the presentation really is good. They took a lot of effort. They put a lot of effort into it. And of course, there's always one dissenting voice, and he has joined us. How you doing, Davis? It looks good so far, Davis. We'll call Davis the Doubting Thomas of our group here. Our Madden 27 exhibition here tonight on Jammin' Sports. I'm keeping up with how long this game is going. We started at 7:40 my time. All right, Davis, I get that's your opinion. Can you explain to us why? Tell us why it's trash. Because I don't see anything trashy at the moment. So please explain. You have some explaining to do. Allen rolls out and is caught down to about the 16. Bills trying to get on the board here. 5 minutes before halftime. It's playing it's playing well in my mind. From what I'm used to. I mean, it looks outstanding. And so far it's playing well. It picked up again. That's twice. I almost said the Oilers. That's twice the Titans have picked it up. Yeah, Ghost, I was about to say that. You read my mind. It's smooth. It really is smooth. I know what you're saying, Davis, and that is something, okay, that's something that EA wants to do, and you can't really blame EA on that one. I hate to say that, but you really can't blame EA for that. It has to do with NIL, okay? These college players get paid for the likenesses to be on college football, all right? If they get transferred over to a Madden game, then they're on a different platform, so to speak, and their licenses are being used on another game. How do they get their money? Yes, exactly, Ghost. Oh, believe you me, EA would love to be able to transfer the rosters over, because that would be incentive for you to buy both games. You know, I know it's only 30 seasons, but I can live with that. But I don't know too many people that are going to play that many seasons before the next game comes out. They might. I don't look at that as a detriment. I know you don't like that, and that's your right. I understand that. But I don't see it the same way. There's a big run. by Pollard. That picked up his name down to the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Boy,
A gain of 30.
Titans are just dominating this game so far. But again, Davis, I don't run franchise. I do my own version of franchise. But I understand what you're saying. I think some people don't like it being 30 seasons, but I don't see a problem with it. That's just my opinion.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
That's not a deal breaker for me. Let's just put it that way. Another nice drive for Tennessee here right before halftime. Yeah, I don't use franchise, but I've been watching some videos, Ghost, and you're right. All the improvements to franchise really look good. It makes it more intuitive. Do you agree with me on that? They added a lot more things that you can do with the front office and all that. It's really cool. Yes. Yeah. Right, and you don't have, like Jack says, you don't have to do everything yourself. I was watching some videos this morning just on franchise, and yeah, if I was a franchise guy, I would like all the changes too. The only thing I think is holding EA back is the microtransaction thing and the Ultimate Team. There's too much emphasis on the Ultimate Team. But we've beaten that horse to death already. So I'm going to leave that one lay right now. I see that number 1. I want to say Moon. Cam Ward. I was about to say that's Warren Moon back to throw. Yeah, I'm pretty much resigned to the fact that they're going to be here. And nothing we can do about it. But the thing is, I don't have to partake, or I don't have to participate in that. Titans again, that's Pollard. And Pollard all the way down to the 12. I don't know too many people that are doing 30 seasons. I guess you could. Maybe if you don't get the new Madden every year. As they get around the outside to Pollard down to the 7. If you're just joining us, it's our first look at Madden 27 here on Jammin' Sports. We're running an exhibition game here. So far, we like what we see. That's what I was talking about, Ghost. Unless you're zipping through seasons, it'd be hard-pressed to do 30 of them. But I'm sure there are people out there that can do 30 of them. But like I said, that's not a deal breaker for me. It's not. I can live with that. Sometimes you have to say, you know what? I can live with that. Can the Titans go up 17-0 before half? Warren Moon in the shotgun, number 1, is Cam Ward. And they take a timeout. I mean, come on, guys. You see that number 1 in those uniforms? Doesn't it look like Warren Moon? Warren Moon was a great quarterback. I used to like him a lot. I was a big fan of the Oilers when they were in Houston. When they were the Oilers in Houston, they were one of my favorite teams. They're in my top 5. Love you, Blue. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. The Titans will kick a field goal here before halftime. And this will be a 23-yard attempt. I don't know who their kicker is. But it'll be from 23. I'll tell you that much. It's good. 13-0 Titans. It's a 1 o'clock game in Buffalo on a bright sunny day. That's their new Highmark Stadium. Got a good crowd here on this Thursday watching our Madden 27 overview. I'm not a fan of the dynamic kickoff, but I think it's here to stay, so again, I can live with it. Oh, look at this. Nice return for the Bills out to the 49-yard line. The NFL should do what college did. College has a modified dynamic kickoff. They still kick off the regular way. It's just that if it's inside the 20, if you catch it inside the 20 anywhere, you can down it for a touchback. Yeah, I agree with both Jackson, New England fan there. As he dumps it off. Buffalo trying to get a score, trying to get on the scoreboard before halftime. They still have a timeout left. It is smooth. Yeah, and that's something, I don't know why. On field goals, they should show it from behind the kicker. Use that camera angle. They haven't done that in a long time. I think the last Madden that they showed field goal attempts from behind was 12, Madden 12. Davis spreading holiday cheer early. Thank you, Davis. I may be wrong on that. 13 might have. I don't know. Last one I remember is 12. And they get Allen out of the pocket out to the 18-yard line. Coming up on halftime. Positive sentiments are ringing. Let's see what halftime looks like when we get here. Was it 12, Ghost? I thought as much. Thank you. Madden 12, to this day, is still a fun game to play. That game had everything. Stuff that's still not back in the later games. Well, the Bills will try a field goal. This will be from 35 to get on the board before halftime. Yeah, no scurrying. That's true. It's good. So with 2 seconds left in the half, the Bills get on the board. There's BB, Bills mascot. There's Warren Moon. It just looks so much like Warren Moon, the number one. All right, Ghost, thank you. The Ghost with the most. It gives you weird vibes. I wasn't going to say it. I'm glad you did. Touchback. And now the Oilers. I did it. The Titans. From their own 35. Man, I miss me some Houston Oilers. I'll just start calling it like the Oilers. Moon, hands off to Rozier. Look at Rozier go. That's Pollard. That flag is down. If it's a defensive penalty, the Titans get one more. Face mask. Oh, they get a free play. Titans will get a free play. Yeah, Eddie George. Good old Eddie George. All right, they're going to try. This will be a 46-yard field goal. They get a free down. And it's good. And the Titans take a 16-3 lead going into halftime. Pretend there's music playing. Da 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 da. I should have queued up the music. The old halftime report. All right, they put in some halftime stats. That wasn't in there for last couple of iterations. They put those back in. That's good. Glad to see that. Yeah, the production values are better. And we're using the standard score bug, the regular Sunday afternoon score bug. They have a different score bug for Thursday, Friday, not Friday, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday nights. Second half kickoff. That's Mike Renfro. Remember him from the Oilers? On the return. Tony Pollard is more like Mike Rozelle or Mike Rozier, not Earl Campbell. If you remember, boy, those are some Oilers from the day. Titans up by 13 as we start the third quarter. Dumps it off. 2nd and 6. What I'm hoping for is for the Bills to make it close. I want to see what happens in a close game with 2 minutes left. The old 2-minute drill. Moon throws, and coming across is Ken Burrow to the 41-yard line. Oilers had Billy White Shoes Johnson. Remember him? Throws to Ken Burrow, number 0. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. I just may have to find some way to bring the Titans back next season. These uniforms are just too good. Moon had to get rid of it. Yeah, as long as they're within a possession or two. Yeah, it'll probably happen, Evil Dad. You're right. But so far, so good. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Are there some things I don't like? Yes, but they're minor. The Philadelphia 80s uniforms only in green, not white. That's kind of upsetting to me. I'm going to go back and look to see if I can't find it. But it wasn't in there last season, and it's not there again. Titans will punt. This is a nice punt. Out of bounds at the 8. Oh, I hear some KC and the Sunshine Band in the background. That's some licensing fee music right there. All right, Buffalo, let's see what you can do here. 6:09 left in the third quarter. Down by 13. A very relaxed game here for me tonight. I'm not really calling the action because I don't have the rosters. But that's okay. We're just looking at gameplay and stuff anyway. We're looking at particular things. Yes. I call them the Three Stooges uniforms. There's an episode of the Three Stooges where they're playing football, and the uniforms look a lot like that. I think Curly had a question mark for a number. Mo had an exclamation point, something like that. I think Larry had a pound sign. It's a classic Three Stooges episode if you've not seen it. Everybody in tight. 1st and 10. Buffalo on the move, down by 13. And now it looks like Buffalo's offense has gotten itself in gear. It took them a while, and Buffalo looks like they're waking up now. There's a nice run. 11-yard gain. 1st down, Buffalo. Now, when I update rosters later, I'll clean up the uniforms. Everybody will have white shoes. Some of the players have like black tape on their shoes or colored tape. I'll make that all white, make it uniform. Like this guy here on the Titans in front here with the black on his shoes. Change that tape to white. Looks better. Down the sideline, another nice run. Down to the 22-yard line. Buffalo trying to get back in this game. Not a whole lot right there. I really don't see any difference in the game play other than it being a little bit smoother. But it looks realistic. And I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary here. I think the slider settings I brought over are working fine. Up, couldn't hold on there. Okay, we started this game at 7:40 Central. It's 8:26 Central. So it's about comparable there, too. Nice catch. Down at the 3-yard line. Our first look at Madden 27 here tonight at Jammin' Sports. If you had early access, it's been out for about a week now, but for everybody else, it came out today. I wasn't going to pay $30, $40 extra for early access. It wasn't that important to me. I don't need to have it first, just as long as I have it. Second and goal from the 6. Gains about a yard. Bills can make it a one-possession game here if they score. Touchdown, Buffalo. 19 won't work anymore, so you can forget those days are past us now. DJ Moore with a nice touchdown catch for the Bills. The animations look smoother too. It just everything looks smoother. Not tremendously so, but it's noticeable. It's subtle. Nope, I'm done buying copies of a game that's just going to go belly up on me. Titans up 16-10. Buffalo's made it a game with 2:06 left here in the third quarter. The new Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Our exhibition game here tonight on Jammin' Sports. As the Titans bring it back out. That was a nice return out to the 39-yard line.
On the return, the Titans take over first and 10.
And let's see what the Titans can do. All right, let's see what Tennessee can do now, up by 6. Rozier, 2 yards out to the 41. Is Pollard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
There's Ward in trouble now, and he got hit as he threw. One of the Titans got shaken up. Offensive lineman, looks like. A 50 number is probably the center. Misty has joined us. We're looking at the new game here, Misty. We got a good crowd here watching. I like what I've seen so far. More pros than cons, let's put it that way. Not that many cons, really. Nothing major. And Ward slings it downfield, down to the 40.
2-0, Calvin Ridley. A gain of 19 yards. And the Titans first down.
Misty has plugged in her Christmas tree. I know it's August, but she keeps it up all year. She's making it a fall tree, though. She's going to put autumn stuff on it. She puts Easter stuff on it during Easter time. She puts 4th of July stuff on it, 4th of July. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. Titans up 16-10.
Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
I'll say this, Davis. I'm going to do what I feel like I need to do, and just leave it at that.
Tajay Spears, the ball carrier. Maxwell Hairston on the stop. A gain of 18 on the play. First
There
down,
are
Titans.
aspects of it that are better than 19. There's aspects of 25 that are better than 19. I will say this, that it bears repeating. They've upgraded the lighting. I think the lighting here and the sunshine and all that is looking good. Titans up 16-10 after 3. We go to the fourth quarter. New Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Our exhibition game here at Jammin' Sports. Our first look at Madden 27. Can the Titans make it a 2-score game again? They do, right up the middle. Wow. A 12-yard touchdown run.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
I agree with you, Jax. Exactly. We all have our opinions. Titans up by 12. Let's see if they go for 2 here. I want to see a 2-point conversion try. All right, Titans going for 2. In the eye.
Lineup for the 2-point conversion.
And they get it.
Conversion is successful and makes the score Titans 24, Bills 10.
24-10, Titans lead it. All right, let's see what we got here. Who's going to kick off? The Titans will. Up by 14 with 7:57 left. Let's see if the Bills come out a comeback. I do want to check out the 2-minute drill, as it's a nice return back out to the 40-yard line. Our Madden 27 exhibition here tonight. We'll get back to our sim season on Saturday. We'll be off tomorrow. I got high school football on the radio tomorrow. I will not be on tomorrow night. We'll be back on Saturday early with college football. And then we'll have NFL action for you Saturday afternoon. Probably somewhere around 5 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday. Get sacked. Friday Night Lights, yep. It all starts tomorrow here in Tennessee, the high school football season. Tomorrow night is Jamboree night. It's a preseason Jamboree. The regular season is next week. But we still cover the Jamborees on the radio. Under 7 minutes left. Buffalo driving down the field here. Throw a swing pass. Out to the 29. Titans up by 14 with 6.5 minutes left. Considering it's an exhibition game tonight, we have a pretty good crowd on a Thursday. Thursday is a hard night to get a crowd. But I appreciate everybody being here tonight for our first look at Madden 27. He managed to get that off. Yeah. Well, I've been watching people play it all week. Those with early access on Twitch. I've been checking in. Plus, I've been watching YouTube videos. Franchise looks really good if you like franchise. So far, the gameplay has been very smooth and very realistic so far. Gotcha. On fourth down. And did he catch it? No. He got upended. He got upended. Well, Pollard, the Titan running back, over 100 yards today. Titans still up by 14 with 5:35 left. What preseason game are you watching? The Patriots? Who are they playing tonight? Oh, he gets taken down. Oh, the Colts. All right. You know, the Patriots were smart when they changed their name to New England years ago. They changed it to New England back in 1971. You know, if they were to move to Hartsville or Concord, or if they were to move out of Boston but stay in that area, that they don't have to change their name. That was very smart of them. Before they put a stadium in Foxborough, they were thinking about putting one in Providence, Rhode Island. That's a catch for the Titans down the sideline. And they were thinking about also putting one in Hartsford, Connecticut. A couple of decades ago, they thought about that. They wouldn't have to change their name. Titans can put this away. They can make it a 3-score game with any type of score. And Rhode Island even fit a stadium. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think one of the islands in Rhode Island are small enough. She's fine. I'm watching. They get around the outside. Injury timeout. Ivy's running around somewhere. Misty wants to know where the puppy is. 3rd and 11 for the Titans now. Buffalo really needs a turnover right about now. Because if the Titans even get a field goal, it'll put this one out of reach. Maybe 4th down. This will be a 46-yard field goal attempt. From 46 yards. And is good. Titans up by 17. Yeah, they took that generic coach-ref conversation out. That's funny. Yeah, plus the player on the bench clapping 3 times. Yeah, they said, you know, after 26 iterations, that's enough. We'll take it out. Misty says, hi, everybody. Well, the Bills are down by 17. I'm sorry, what? Oh, because this is an exhibition game. I know, it's an exhibition game. You don't pick. Oh. Okay. She's complaining that you're not calling her guru. See some highlights. Allen getting sacked. Allen getting sacked. Jax called you guru? There. He said, he goes, guru there. Happy now? That's hilarious. Uh-oh. Missy's going to put you in timeout. Evil Dead said guru. She said about time. You just can't please her. All right, Bills down by 17 with 3:15 left. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, you're down by 17. Let's run. New England fan says, guru. She says, hi. All right, this game right now is an hour and 4 minutes long so far. Incomplete. They finally throw. Now it's 3rd and 13. 2:47 left. Titans up by 17. What was it? We did that Bills game the other night. Somebody said, same old Bills, same old AFC East. Same old Bills. It was the Patriots-Bills game the other night. Allen will run for the first time. Or run for the first down. What, Misty? We're just doing an exhibition game. This one doesn't count. We just want to look at the gameplay. This is the new game. We're looking at it. First down for the Bills. And I'm not sure who that was to. Incomplete. He got pressured. The AFC East is always crazy. It tends to be. Allen throws out to the 45. That'll be a first down for the Bills. A gain of 12. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. With the Titans up 27-10. A 17.3 possession lead for Tennessee. Oh, he had a receiver open in the zone there, and he missed him. Well, the first time I play the Titans in years, and they're going to win a game, even though it's exhibition. I haven't used the Titans in a long time. Well, they nearly got their third pick. That's right, New England fan. When you tuned in the other night, they actually won. The Patriots are 1-3 on the season. Well, that's caught for the first down to the Titan 41-yard line. Smells good, whatever you used it. Gracie was cleaning in the other room, and whatever she used, it smells great. It smells fresh. First and 10. Bills may score, but the Titans are going to win this game. Playing to the end. The problem is, I've known this for years. When a team gets down by 17, they stop calling timeouts. So we're not really going to see a realistic 2-minute drive here. Well, he gets out of bounds. The Bills did take a timeout earlier.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
27-10, Titans lead it. First and 10, Bills from the Titan 14. Throws underneath. Down to the 9, a gain of 5. They're just taking their time. They know they can't win. This is not going to give us the 2-minute drill we want to see. 4 wide. Allen looking. Throws, and oh, he should have caught that. Bounced off a Bills receiver twice. 3rd and 5 from the 9. We'll sign off here when the game's over. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back on Saturday morning with college football. Sack. It'll be 4th and 14.
A loss of 10 yards brings up 4th down.
Well, you're down by 17. You do need a field goal. Well, Buffalo going for it. We're down to 24 seconds. I don't know why they didn't take a timeout. And it's caught. No, it's not. Incomplete. He dropped it. It'll be a turnover on downs. And the Titans will take over. No problem, New England fan. Thank you all for being here tonight. Again, we'll be back Saturday morning. Won't be on tomorrow night. High school football on the radio. In the victory formation, Warren Moon takes a knee. And that'll do it. Titans win it 27-10. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We appreciate it. We'll see you Saturday. We hope you enjoyed our Madden 27 overview here tonight.